Okay, so before showing you the example of date formats, I want to discuss few things about the date formats. So generally, what happen when we use the date formats and when we read the values, and when SAS writes the value in the SAS dataset by default, it generally calculates the date from a one specific number. So I have put certain examples of date formats and the values that generally it shows in your table when it reads the date value. So you can see that I have listed down certain in date formats over here. So you can see that I have one value that is 10 slash 29 slash 2001. So that means this is one of the MMDDYY format. Okay. So how can you identify this is MMDDYY format? Because in the first, that is month, in the second after slash, that is month, sorry, it is date, and then it is showing year. Okay. And why it is 10 dot? Because we have a 10 values starting from 1. It's 1 2 slash is third, 4 5, again slash is 6 7 8 9 10. So that's why it is a format MMDDYY 10 dot. And when I will use this particular format to read the value, SAS will write this particular number by default in your table. And what is this number? This number is difference between the 1st January 1960 till your date that you want to read. So it is the difference of days between these two dates. 1st January 1960 and your actual date that you want to read. So always remember that by default SAS always shows the number instead of date. And if you want to show that particular number in the date, so again we'll use the date format. So you can see that I have listed down certain type of formats in formats. So for the dates we have MMDDY by 10 dot, we have MMDDY by 8 dot. Why 8? Because here we don't have 2 and 0. So its count will decrease to 8 instead of 10. So the last format is DDMMYY because date is first and then we are showing the month, then it's a year. So it's a DDMMYY 10 dot. And this is one of the special format, that is where we can see that October, instead of writing in number, that particular value is written in text. So that is why the name of this particular format is date 9 dot. Why 9? Date is the name of format, and why 9? Because we have a 9 numbers, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so this is how SAS read and writes the date value. Now let's see the example, and here you can see that I have used this particular example where I have one variable date, and I'm assuming that this is one of the MMDDYY format. So after date I mentioned that it is MMDDYY 8 dot. Why 8? Because we have 8 values in this particular date along with your spaces. Okay, so that's why I've used the in format MMDDYY 8 dot, and without using format, let's see how it shows the value in your SAS dataset. So moment I will run it. Now you can see that in the date variable now it's showing the number instead of dates, because this number shows that it is a difference between 1st January 1960 and this particular dates. Okay, and if you want to see these value in a date format, then you will use a format. So I am using Sorry, I'm not on slide number 11. I am showing you the example. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. So what I want to do now, I am converting the number into the date format, and the date format I want to see, that is into date 9 dot. And let me just run it. And now we can see that my date is showing in the date format.